it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard. And I have a large container. It probably came from, I'm sure I stripped it off of something. I'm going to throw, wow, that's not coming out very well, some black enamel in the bottom of that. I'm going to find some things that I have a bunch of. Put them in puddles. I'm not going to try and cross them over too much because when I use my shovels, which is my intention, that will come about quite naturally. I'm certain of that. I did actually find the blue I was looking for, and then I lost it again. Where is it? It's got to be here somewhere. There it is. Nope, different blue. Alright, so that is a color shifting purple from Folk Art. The turquoise is also a color shifting turquoise from Folk Art. The black is a Folk Art gloss enamel. What else is in there? I don't know what that purple is. I have no idea at all. It's probably something I made up, more than likely. I guess if I want a few puddles and other things, I'll do that too. I want some white pearl in here. I've never done anything exactly like this. This could be risky. This could be, whoa. Okay, don't ask me. That's still plugged. And I have some Deco Art Americana. I think it's Deco Art Americana. It's in the jar, and it's 24 karat gold, and then I added orange into it, and I really like the effect it has. What else? This is the Folk Art Neon Purple. You can see my theme. I want that blue, I gotta tell you what, and it was right here. And now is a good time for me to use some of that black again if I wanted to, but I've actually got a color that's similar to these colors that's an enamel also. So I think that'll work. Anytime you put an enamel, anything that's acrylic, in with the rest of your acrylics, you're going to wind up with something different happening. I know I said I wasn't going to cross anything over, but it's in my nature to tell you what you need to hear at the time, I guess. I want that blue so bad. Okay, it's got to be right here. I'm looking at it. You know I am. Okay, to heck with the blue. We'll use some red. I've wanted some red right along anyway. I have that other blue. This is a color shifting blue from Folk Art, and I put some unicorn spit in it to darken it up a little bit. So I'm going to try and move most of those bottles back out of the way. Put a little black enamel all over everything. And grab my canvas. Put that down. Where's my canvas? It must be one of those moments when I just got ahead of myself so thoroughly that I'm having to make you wait. Good thing I'm good at stripping the canvas down pretty quick. And I'm going to use black paint as a basic starting place. Try and have enough. Good thing it's gotten a little cooler here right now. This is an OXO omelet turning spatula. Best paint spreading tool around. The black paint that I'm spreading is meant to be a background to help other paint move or become a catalyst for popping cells. I generally like to have pre-primed a black canvas, but I don't have one handy right at this exact moment, and I'm sort of interested in continuing from where I am. So I'm going to try something a little different than what I've been doing. It'll probably look similar to some people, but I've been doing these acetate card swipes where it's a ghost swipe in the center because it's got some enamel down the middle. But I really want to just play with the shovel patterns, and I don't expect to have any two shovels look the same. And I was trying to lay the colors in so they would come out the same, but I couldn't lay in enough layers to get all the colors I wanted and create the patterns I wanted in all the right places, so I figured I would just go completely the other way. I kind of want to start the long way just because it might keep me on track a little bit. And I have a whole bunch of shovels right behind me. I used all my shovels today, so I'm just going to grab a scoop. I'm going to attempt to grab a scoop, and I'm going to make checks, or not. I'm going to start at the edge this time. I don't think I have enough paint. Oh well. Let's split the difference. And when nothing else works, the basting brush does. I'm going to scrape off the bottom of my shovel as I go. Who knows, I could just decide that I like what I see and not do anything else. So you see how I started on either end in the middle, that way I could go through and fill in. I really want to offset them, but I think that I have to follow through with this time. I'm going to try and make colors that aren't the same, or patterns that aren't the same, be near each other. Okay, so I still want that center stretch to be with gold, which is what's coming. Maybe I will have enough paint. We'll see. I'm getting an even more even layer from my shovel than I was. Whoops, that was a lot. That was more than I can handle. Can I do this quickly? Those two are kind of the same. I had a deep end because my table's not level, but there was more paint. So I wasn't going to go down lower, but I am. I have enough paint to put a second row in. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm leaving more space in between now, because I like the black space, and when I run the swipe card through, it pretty much annihilates most of it. And this is my attempt to remedy that. So as it turns out, even though they're supposed to be sort of checks, they're turning out to be quite a bit longer on the bottom, on the outside. But I'm still keeping my colors fairly bright, which can't be a bad thing. Until I said that. Now normally, or at least earlier today, I tried to put down gold shovelfuls of paint. I'm going to have to find something to cover this. And I'm going to let the shovel drain down and throw something over the top of that. That's right here. These come in very handy. They are, these being the acetate sheets. Okay, so let's just do gold on either side. I've been thinking about doing this not down the middle, like in going ahead and starting just on one side and not having it be equidistant. So now it's time for my black enamel, which is yay, still coming out. And hopefully that isn't too much. Probably don't need it all the way on every square, but I haven't figured out how to not do that yet. And if I want another color, like the turquoise is calling me, like my pink is usually calling me. Now, I think I'm going to need at least one dish, if not two, to scrape my swipe cards off into. Got a little tiny one if I want it. Got ones I used earlier. I guess I wasn't as ready as I thought I was in any stretch of the imagination. So let's cut a few like this, or at least two. So that gives me a chance to go down in between, like I like to do. I'm going to let that paint fall over the edge this time. I have been scraping it all off. And just rest it on its on the corner of the canvas. I think this is going to work. And I should be able to fill it in between pretty easily. Yes, this is a lot like the first one that I was really enamored of. And I especially like it because I didn't spend a lot of time fussing with the layers and the shovels. I just wanted to make sure that there was enough room in between so that I could swipe down. I'm not sure there is there. I'll skip one. Can I? No. I cannot. And I'm going to use all the paint on that card right on this end right now. And it covered perfectly because I was quick. And so far on that side I'm all covered, which is amazing and wonderful. I'm just going to keep going. Rest that card and sort of pull it back so that the bead of paint that's on the card rolls right down over the edge and covers the edge. Not much waste at all. I'm going to rotate my dish every so often. I will be figuring out more angles to this process as I try it out in different ways. And some of the changes that I'm making are kind of subtle. So as before, that card is just going to go right. And I've got the paint that I'm saving in my small dish, which is perfect because I can just dip the small card right in there and bring it back. It helps a lot if I put my painting up on my cottage cheese lids. I like them a lot better than I like tacks. You notice I don't use tacks or hooks or anything else I have to take out later. Alright, so we're halfway done and I'm pretty pleased with that. That's alright. Maybe a little more white next time. I like the white negative space from putting the white pearl in there. And I do dream about offsetting them so that they're different on each side. But I'm not sure how that's going to work the way I stagger things yet. I'll get there. I'll get there and then I'll share. Because I'm like that. I love you guys. I'm so glad that you're here, and thank you for being loyal fans. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. But if you're here and you're a loyal fan, don't forget. It's really imperative that you decide to help me out by watching the videos longer, because it's the only way that the YouTube algorithm is going to help me ever. So every time I pull that rolling wave of paint down with me, I'm going to have to wipe, once in a while I got to wipe off my card. I like to let it go right over the side by back pushing it. And then whatever else if I've got a little void next to it, then I can just use it to fill that void. I seriously love this way of doing this. I don't think it'll last forever. That I will probably eventually move on to some other form of doing my keyhole, my shovel check keyhole swipes. But for right now, I'm loving the colors that get left behind just as much as the cells from the swipe. Really, really like it a lot. And I like that they're all different this time, so that's okay with me too. That's kind of an easier way to do it. In the meantime, I've wiped paint on my heavy duty, my skirt that's like made of sweatshirt material so many times I can feel it on my thighs soaking in. So I should tell you guys, thank you very much for all the contributions that have kept me painting. And if you are new here and you don't know, I run a drawing every single month. And this month there are 5 paintings in the drawing, of which you will get to choose from and keep one. And I will mail you a receipt if you decide to donate to get into the drawing. It's a $10 minimum to get in. You can find the place to donate underneath my video. Look for PayPal or Patreon. I prefer the PayPal. Somebody wants to go in. And Patreon, if you ever go to Patreon and you find it's a $100 minimum level, that's not true. I don't know how it works. I'm not good at Patreon. I'm so sorry about that. But there are plenty of people who make small monthly donations, and it works out for both of us very nicely. Alright, so what else can I tell you? I have 1,310 videos, and if you, yes, I will let you in a minute, Mr. Obnoxious Dog. And I'm going to torch to release the bubbles in the paint. Anyway, look for playlists on my channel. Look for the community board for tomorrow's video. Look for playlists for 13 playlists of genres like orbs or scoops or whatever have you. And yeah, lost that train of thought. And look for 13 lists of 12 of which have 100 in them. And the 13th is being populated. So I love you guys, and I appreciate you being here, and if you want to help me out further, a like would be great. Give me a thumbs up. Thank you for leaving the comments to cheer me up. They make my day every time. Look under the video at the Teespring clothing. Has all over print leggings and all over print t-shirts, and it's just pretty cool. You can search Facebook for Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group for students and Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation... Excuse me. Dog, please stop. And he's distracting me, ultimately. So, Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Fans and Collectors has what I've edited so far of the YouTube Wet and Dry artworks. Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Totes and More has my posts since 2013 on fineartamericanpixels.com and tons of cool products. So if you hit the shop now button, you don't have to shop now. You could just go check it out if you wanted to. And I think it's time for me to tell you guys, shop my Amazon link at no added cost to you. I gotta go let my dog in. And after that, what is there? I lost my crib sheet, it blew away, so I'll just tell you I love you again. Time for me to go. Priscilla in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery. Out. I will see you anon. Check out tomorrow's video on the community board. I'm sure there's all kinds of stuff I forgot. Never mind. I'm sure you've heard it a million times before. Bye for now. I love you.